and putting the question. Mr. Chair, those are the rules of this House. Those are the rules of
What is your point of order, Senator Cheriot?
If Senator Cheriot feels outwitted, then it is what it is. These are the rules of the House.
The mic. Give me the mic, Mr. Chairperson. Mr. Chairperson, there's only one chairperson. I hope so. I hope there is only one chairperson. Protect me from hecklers in the House, Mr. Speaker. I want to address you. Mr. Speaker, I want to address you in total silence.
Let's just one more. I should be.
Chairperson.
I will ask him. I have given him the point of order. Let him proceed. We'll listen to him in silence. I'm sure before he sits down, he will make that very clear. What is your point of order?
Thank you, Chairperson, for protecting me. Number one, Mr. Speaker, I take great exception in the conduct of Senator Kajwang. If it was another senator, I would have assumed that probably he doesn't know the traditions of this House and what we do in third reading. Senator Kajwang is not only being cheeky, because I watched him when he walked into the House, and I could hear him clearly tell his colleagues that why are you guys not filibustering? I knew. Mr. Speaker, can you protect me?
Protect from Mr.
Mr. Speaker, I am not in a mood to engage in a heckling debate.
We will find out.
Mr. Speaker, can you protect me?
You are protected, Senator Cheriot.
So the point is this. Senator Kajwang knows that in third reading, you try to persuade people why you are not in supportive of the proposed amendment. In a quick, witty comment, hardly beyond a minute, Mr. Speaker, and you give opportunity to the chairperson or the person that is moving that amendment to convince you why that amendment is important. This is not a debate stage, Mr. Speaker.
Senators, let us. Just one moment before. Can we conclude on Senator Kajwang's issue? What's your point of order, Senator Sifuna?
Chair, thank you for... Chair, I would like the attention of the Chair, please. Chair, I wanted to draw your attention to Standing Order 185. Mr. Chair, allow me to read. General application of rules in Committee of the Whole, except as otherwise provided in these standing orders. The same rules of order and of debate for the conduct of business shall be observed in the Committee of the Whole in the Senate. Mr. Speaker, therefore, nobody should rise up to tell you that there are traditions. Traditions are only applied where there is no express provision of the standing orders. So Honorable Kajwang is within his right, Mr. Speaker. Even in Committee of the House, I am surprised somebody who's told us many times that he's doing the third term in this House has no idea which standing orders he's referring to. And Mr. Speaker, when somebody stands up on a point of order, Mr. Speaker, you must insist on which standing order he is rising. I have read the law of this House. We will not be threatened by old people here that you have been here 10 times, but you can't read very simple English. Mr. Speaker, therefore, allow us to debate in the normal fashion, because that is what the law says. Mr. Chairman, do not be intimidated by anybody telling you they were elected before your grandfather was born. We are all here now. And Mr. Chairman, we are subject to the same rules. We must speak in accordance with the Constitution and in accordance with the standing orders, Mr. Speaker. Therefore, Mr. Speaker, nobody should come here to tell us about traditions of this community. The traditions of the House are dictated by the standing orders. So I dare anybody else and read.
Order, senators. Order, senators. Order, senators, order. Let us have some order. Order, senators. No, order, senators. Order, sit down. Okay, sit down, Sifuna. Sit down, Senator Abbas. So, no more Senate, no more point of orders. No. No, senators, I cannot allow because it is going out of hand. Not on this same matter. Is it on the same matter? Okay, Senator Mogeni, go ahead. Order, Senator, one moment. Let's hear what he has to say.
You know, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, you know, I've said on this floor that I have tremendous respect for Senator Cheruiyot, and I've said he's a young senator who has a very bright future. But you know, when he starts shouting at us, it's not right. Because you need to allow us to hear what your point of order, and you also give us a chance. The Speaker, you know, we are in this house because we derive our powers from the Constitution. And yes, so Mr. Speaker, Senator Sifuna has made reference to Standing Order 185. And Mr. Speaker, the article I want you to bear in mind is Article 124 of the Constitution. Article 124, Mr. Speaker, states that each House of Parliament may establish committees and shall make standing orders for the orderly conduct of its proceedings, including the proceedings of committees. So the standing order that Senator Sifuna has read has a bearing on what is happening, Mr. Speaker. The same standing orders that allow us to raise issues when we are legislating, it flows from a power that is donated to you by Article 124 of the Constitution. And you know, Mr. Speaker, maybe it's high time some of us moved to court to challenge some of these standing orders that limit our right to make contributions on behalf of the people of Nyamira, of Homa Bay, of Nairobi, who have elected us.
Thank you, Senator. Is your
taking from Senator Cherege. So, Mr. Speaker, let's hear him on silence. When you read Article 124, and don't make in Section 2A, don't make us go back there. We are now operating under a new Constitution, 2010. Senator Cherege, my friend, there are Kenyans who died to put this Constitution in place. No, we have to lecture you because we have to remind you. We have to remind you history. We have to remind you. So, Mr. Speaker,
okay, Senator, order.
Mr. Speaker,
order, senators.
We are in this house by virtue of powers that is bestowed on us by the Constitution, the people of Kenya passed, Kenya Constitution of 2010.
Thank you, Senator.
Under this article, Mr. Speaker, under the article I read to you, you have no right to limit us.
Thank you, Senator. Thank you, Senator. We will make a ruling so that we can have a way forward. I have to make a ruling so that you can either proceed or not. I have to make a ruling, Senator Kajwang, on this matter. And the ruling also touches on the issues you raised. So, honorable senators, I believe what has been raised by the learned senators in this house, who are very aware of the standing orders and the standing orders that they've raised and the clauses that they've raised on the matter touching on the Constitution. It is very clear that even the standing orders are applied alongside the traditions and practices of this house. When we are in a committee of the whole, intervention should be very brief, and there is no time time limitation. It is just meant to be a very brief intervention. The same way when we're in that standing, can we hear in silence? Silent, Senator Agay. When we're in the committee of the whole, it's the same way that we don't have a seconder for anything that is moved or any question that is put. This said, senators, we will proceed as we were proceeding, and if there is any clause that you want to make an intervention, we will give you an opportunity, but be very brief on the matter. Senator Kajwang, you may not stand. Senator Kajwang. Senator Kajwang, you have raised, can I finish my ruling? Can I finish my ruling? You had concluded and you had raised your matter, Senator Kajwang. You had raised a matter on clause 42B. At this point, I will give Senator Abbas an opportunity to address the issues you had raised. It's only one sentence. It's only one sentence. How can you have not been finished? Senator Kajwang, why don't you listen to the reply? Let's listen to the Senator Kajwang, you had spoken for a good 5 minutes before we interrupted you. No, Senator Kajwang, I will not sit. Let Senator Abbas reply to your issue.
Okay, order, Mr. Let me give it a explain. Let me explain it. Let me give it a explain. I will explain myself. Let the Senator Abbas address the okay. Honorable Speaker, clause 242B limits the individual owning only one or more houses ruled under the Act. This measure prevents the concentration of units in few hands and ensures equitable distribution among the intended beneficiaries. You could have 100 wives. I'm explaining myself. You could have 100 wives, you could have 10 wives, you could have 100 children. There is no need, you can always buy only one house. We are taking care of the interest of this place. Yes, we should take care of the interest of this place. Okay. I'm saying, Honorable Speaker, that these houses are meant for the poor people, the houses, and there is no way you can buy 100 houses at the same time. Therefore, this clause justifies. Yes. Order. I'm not talking about the clause. I'm explaining myself. I'm sorry, the motion says that. Senators, please sit down. 42B limits. 42B limits individuals to own only one ordinary house. Without the Act, these measures prevent the Constitution